Well, the days of having a separate police force at Maine state government will soon be no more. Maine Capitol Police, which helps maintain the safety and security of the Capitol, legislators, visitors, and employees, will be under operations by the Department of Public Safety. The transition will occur over several years. Public safety spokesperson Shannon Moss told WABI this morning that this change will improve resource allocation, operational efficiency, and overall coordination. As part of the transition, Maine State Police Special Services Lieutenant Greg Roy will take on primary leadership responsibilities, with Capitol Police Lieutenant Steve Trahan serving as second in command. This change comes at a time when Capitol officers have reported a surge in threats to lawmakers. It also comes less than 2 months after Capitol Police Chief Matthew Clancy resigned after he was arrested earlier this year following an altercation at a pub in Hallowell.